Oh, we're live. Sorry. Hello.
How are you?
I didn't think it worked because it said we did it didn't work and then it did.
It worked. We are here.
Yeah. You look beautiful.
Thank you. So do you. You know, I always love your hair, and you inspired me, whether you realize it or not, because I've always wanted bright red crayon color hair, colored red hair, and I've always been too scared. And after meeting
Um,
you and chatting with you, I'm just like, oh my God, I envy her hair. So let me fix that. It's not good to have envy. You envy someone for something, you need to find it for yourself, you know? So
it looks
let me try this, and now I'm hooked. I'm hooked, Kat.
hair looks really good. I'm going to do some sharing. So I'm going to leave you with your show.
Thank you.
Hello to the people watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hi to Jenny.
Hello, hello. Now, I'm not able to see you angels that are watching unless you comment. Once you comment, I'll see that you're here. But the way this platform is set up, I'm not able to see the viewers, but I do see Jenny. Hello, hello. How are you, my lovely, lovely sis? One of my besties here. Love you so much. And I get so excited when you hop in and you support and you chit and chat and shoot the shit with me. Awesome. I missed you guys. I haven't been on Online Psychics Live for maybe 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh my gosh, something is missing. Let me pop right on back in there and pop in like I never left. I love you, Angel, so, so very much. And I'm so happy. Welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. Do not be afraid. Do not hesitate to share it down. Share the live. Where's my fan? I don't have a fan ready for y'all. Share the live down. Share for Phil. Share it to your pages, your groups, your timeline. You know, tag people. Don't be afraid. There may be someone who need a word that's going to come out here. There may be someone who wants to treat themselves, not cheat themselves, to a mini reading, which is not so many, for $19.97. When you subscribe and purchase a reading, you get a spin on that prize wheel, and each spin is a win. And that's the amazing thing about it, because I've not had so much luck in the, competition category, although they do say Aries are quite competitive. I don't know if I'm competitive. I don't look at myself as competitive. And it's so strange when you're talking about the signs, there's duality to each sign. There's these wonderful attributes and characteristics. And then there's these other quirky flaws, these unique quirky flaws, the things that we're not so proud of and that we need to work through. Like me feeling like I need to be in control of everything. I don't have to understand. I don't have to control. Me feeling like I got to worry about what people think of me. We think about our good characteristics and traits and our bad ones, the ones that not necessarily bad, the ones that we can learn from. Hi, Sandy. How are ya? Let me see if I can get this chat going because it's not showing me the chat. There we go. All two of y'all, love you so much. Thank you, lady. There we go. Thank you for sharing. Hello, Marcella. You have been catching all the shows lately, Marcella. You have been popping in and you have been making your way because I've been missing you. I've been missing you so much. I'm like, wow, where's you were with us from the beginning when we first started. And I'm just, I like to see you hanging out. I like to see you popping in. I like to watch your progress. I like to see you growing. As you guys are watching me grow, we've all been through, many of us, we've been through a lot together through the last few years. This year is no exception to the shenanigans, but we're keeping it together. And I stand firm when I say I hope that throughout this pandemic, what happens in the end is so many of us come together, that the walls of separatism and division just miraculously crumble down. And we realize that, wow, we were all affected by this. We're all love. We're all the same. No one's better than anyone else. We got to love on each other more. That's how you heal the planet. That's how you raise the vibrations of the planet, person by person. When you raise the vibrations of someone, it kind of has like a spiraled effect. They may be more happy and they may say good morning to someone else, which I'm famous for doing to strangers. Good morning to you. How are you? And some people get annoyed, but some people get a little happier. So it's worth the risk to me to improve someone's day, even if you just have an effect on them for the next couple of hours of their day. I missed you this morning. I was like, oh my God, I love you. We'll always be there for you. Oh, thank you. You got amazing sprinkles too. Aries empaths are different from the regular old Aries. I know, Sandy. I know. I am like the airiest Aries you could ever encounter. I really am. I'm like Aries to a T. And then we get to where we don't want to admit that that's us. I'm bossy. I like to be in charge. I'm a control freak. I am absolutely overly sensitive. I have very thin skin, and I may pretend like things don't bother, annoy, or hurt me, but they do. I'm overly sensitive, but that's not a bad thing. And I remember a lot of times being teased because I was so sensitive. I didn't always realize what was going on. As empaths, we don't come out always knowing what's going on, why we're so sensitive, why we feel too much or so much, which is too much. Why it's so difficult to be in, crowded environments. You don't realize you're picking up on others' energies. You're carrying your energy, your emotions, and that of everyone around you. Not only do you shift the energy of the room when you walk into it, but you pick up and you actually inherit the emotions, the feelings of those around you. That's a big part of being an empath. And sometimes it's not a handy dandy trick. That's why we've got to learn to ground and shield and protect our energy at all times, even if you're not about to do some spiritual work. Ooh, they look like a 40 star. Thank you so much. I absolutely love these. These are Remy lashes. Excuse me. I put like I've spent a good money for like 5 pair, and I figured they better last me for a month. Yes, Jenny, no way, not me. I love you too. Yes, Tauruses are very bossy. You love Aries as friends, but I am a Capricorn. My kid's father is an Aries. Now, Sandy, you know that if you and I were not walking the path that we're walking, we would have so many disagreements. We would be like this. It's inevitable. And I absolutely love you. I think it's just so, it tickles me funny that you're a Taurus and I'm an Aries, because you got the ram and you got the bull, and we just all day. And it's the same with him. He's a Taurus, I'm an Aries. So what I'm saying is I get that whole unique thing. And as far as a relationship, an intimate relationship goes, an Aries-Taurus relationship, in my opinion, from, having that experience for over 2 decades, is a lot of work. It's totally not recommended, but it's doable. If you really love that individual, it's your life, you got free will, free choice, you can make it do what it do. You're actually a co-creator to source of all creation, God, Buddha, Allah, whatever resonates for you. And I say that because we have free choice. We have free will. We can make choices. We can, choose things for ourselves. Although it's already predestined, pre-planned, we're just here for the experience of it all. We're having a human experience so that we can learn. How else will you learn if you don't have difficult experiences, wonderful, blissful experiences? You got to learn, and there's duality in all things. So there's got to be good times, there's got to be bad times, or you really wouldn't learn, now would you? Experience is the best teacher for humans, if you ask me. I'm just saying, I happen to be one. I just cracked myself up. Thank you so much, Sandy. Thank you so much. We are absolutely offering mini reads. And I say again and again, they're not really mini reads at all. You're going to get at least 3 cards, perhaps 4. These are readings we're offering for $19.97. Once you subscribe to the website, you get a free spin on that prize wheel. And every spin is a win. I like that. I like to acknowledge everyone that's in the room. That's why I wish you angels will all comment so I can see you. It's the only way I can see you, so I can acknowledge you. You're all relevant. You're all important. Every comment is important to me. Hello, Steffi. How are you? And welcome to the room. We are strong and opinionated. I never cared for Aries before you. my fiance and another friend. Now, listen, there are some really good Aries with lots and lots of sprinkles. And although I have a hard time with Tauruses, I absolutely adore them. Now, listen, I love everybody. I really do. I went from being a complete introvert and not looking up, looking down, wanting to remain really small, wearing huge, I've always been a larger woman, wearing huge clothes, sheets, like covering myself up with like sheets and big giant hoodies. I wanted to remain small. I didn't want to be seen, hiding behind my hair, hiding behind my weight. I just wanted to remain little. I would get anxiety when I would go in a crowd of people. I never understood what was going on. I didn't begin to figure things out and begin my awakening and I'm now 45, until I was about 40 years old, going on 40 or had just turned 40 years old. So it's amazing as I look back and I review my life and I look back in retrospect. Would you be able to turn that air up? Oops, sorry, can you turn the air up? I'm sorry, I need the air on. I get a little excited when I have spiritual chat and I don't have one of my handy dandy fans. But when you begin to look back and you look at your life and you look at the lessons, the situations you went through, the people you encountered, the choices and decisions, you look at and you take all the learning from it. If you look at it, you analyze it, you figure things out. You take a lot of wisdom so you can apply it, when you're moving forward as you go forward in life. But as you look back, you figure things out like, wow. So I've been able to pinpoint the first time I can remember that it just shows me what I'm getting at is spirit has always been with all of us, with me. I've always had someone in my ear keeping me safe, whispering guidance, warnings. I can remember all the way back. I won't tell the story again. I told it last time I did a live here, but all the way back to I was 5 years old. That's the earliest moment. And I'm just realizing this within the last month. The earliest moment that I can remember spirit clearly speaking to me in my head, telling me to do something that was really urgent or something bad would happen. My sister would have been gravely, seriously injured had I not listened. And then the next memory I have, I was about 18 or 19. So, I only remember those two instances very clearly, but it lets me know that, hey, just because you're just realizing that, or just because you only realize those two instances, doesn't mean that you're not constantly surrounded, constantly protected. There's such a divine guidance, divine intervention that goes on during our daily life. We have loved ones that do not stop loving us when they cross over. They don't disappear. Their energy, they leave these vessels, these avatars, these, vehicles, and they mean nothing to us once we're done using them. They're just a vehicle. They're just an avatar. They only mean something to the ones that love us when we leave. The ones that are left here to mourn are the loss of us. That's what these vessels mean something to. They don't mean anything to us. They're just a vehicle. We're in school, and these are like school buses, or these are an avatar that we're going to use throughout this whole incarnation, because we're here to have experiences that we can't normally have in a place of perfection in spirit. So we grab these avatars, we jump in wholeheartedly, we have our memories wiped, and we go forth, and we have a plan of what we want to do and what we want to accomplish, but we also get free will, and we also have our memories wiped. So we go through these entire lifetimes of experiences, situations, ups, downs, learning, leveling up, wisdom, learning, leveling up, wisdom. And then you get to a point in time where it's your time to begin your awakening. And when I say begin your awakening, I say that because it doesn't just happen. To me, I stand firm on it's an ever evolving, you're a masterpiece. You're working on a masterpiece that is yourself. You're ever leveling up. You're ever evolving. You're always learning. We're exploring, we're trying new things. That's what life is about. Same, introvert and Fluffy here. Fluffy is the best. We have the most sprinkles. I'm just saying. That's how you are, Marcella. We are very much alike, Sandy. And that is the oddest thing. We are very, very much alike. And we've had, just for example, let me just put us on blast for a second. It's just something cute. We have had conversations about cats and have disagreed. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Sandy. And we both feel strongly. Now, if it were someone else, I would have been like, ooh, I'm not going to talk about this with her because I'm getting a little tooty and I don't, but with you, I'm so comfortable. I really felt comfortable enough to oppose you on, our opinions on, actually, you stated facts, Sandy. I got to be fair. As Cat Lady Supreme, I got to be fair. Those are facts. There are exceptions, but those are facts. So I got to give you props. I like that you have cat knowledge. We're vibing like that. We are vibing like that. There's so many of you angels that I am so blessed and fortunate to be, have the opportunity to interact with, that are so awesome, so amazing, that I really wish that we were closer, that we would be able to meet in real time. But I'm also very blessed. I feel so blessed and so fortunate and so grateful that we're able, and a spirit allows for us to do this thing via internet. You could be halfway across the world, South Africa, the UK, like Sandy's in Canada. I'm in the United States. I am in New Jersey, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Like, you meet people from all over the world, and you get to interact, and you get to find your soul tribe, and you find these individuals that you make deeper connections with than people you have known. They could be blood relation. You could have lived in the same house to them, with them all your lives, and you meet the soul family you were meant to meet. Everything has a time and a place, and it's all predestined, and it's all pre-planned. It's already planned. Although you have free will and free choice, it truly is all already planned. We're simply here to experience it. For without experiences, we could not learn. And I love you. One of the first things I want to help you angels learn is self-love. Once you come to a place of self-love and acknowledge your worth and how beautiful you are, you're absolutely fabulous. You're a rock star, and you're here for a reason. Each and every one of us is so damn important. Without each of us, the puzzle would be incomplete. We're all important. It's an intricate puzzle, and we're all completely important and totally relevant. We all make mistakes. We all screw up. We all do things we wish we hadn't done. We all can be a little ashamed or embarrassed about our choices, the things we allowed, and, the things we did in our past. But we have to mess up. We got to screw up to learn, basically. So don't be hard on yourself when you screw up, when you make bad choices, you know, even when you're dead ass wrong. Give yourself an opportunity to fix that, to look at the lessons, that are there. You screwed up, so look at where you screwed up. Take a little knowledge from it, totally analyze the situation, and do better. Move forward doing better. Cats for life. Yes, I value varying opinions. Absolutely. Authenticity. I love the cat emoji. I mean, the cat sticker emojis. They're emojis. I'm aging. I'm trying to keep up on the being tech savvy. I mean, I still think I'm totally cool because I learned how to copy and paste. I'm just saying, I love you so much. We cannot allow our mistakes and our misdoings to get us in the mind frame where we kind of F ourselves. We mind F ourselves. F-U-C-K. We mind F ourselves, and we allow ourselves to believe that our mistakes or any choices we've ever made, even close to, define us. They don't. They do not define us. I've walked a dark path. I've made bad choices in my life. I've done things that aren't, you know, I'm not proud of, but I share those things. Not on this platform at this time. That's a different show, but I share those things because you never know who might need to know, hey, someone like Joy that I kind of look up to, and listen, you know, she's a reader of mine. I value her advice. She did it. She came through it. So can I. We all have our struggles to bear. We all have our lessons in life, and they're all learning. When bad situations and trials appear, bumps in the road pop up in your life, remember that it's always for learning. It's always for leveling up. You can't always control what's going on in your life or around you, but you can always control you, your responses and your reactions. You know, you can decide what role you want to play. Do you want to be a beacon of light? Do you want to carry negativity? Do you want to help the situation? You can always light some white sage and walk around your home and open up some windows and open up some doors, and you can bust a rhyme because I like to freestyle. I tell you, angels, all the time, I like to freestyle. I'll be like, love and light up in this space. Negativity, get out of my place. You know, I'll be cussing negativity out. I'll be cussing low vibes out, like, boop, get out. I walk around and I go from corner to corner in every closet, in the shower. I open up the shower curtain. I mean, every room, top to bottom. I'm probably, you know, a little foggy in here now, but I'm a little bit slightly low-key, slightly addicted to the smell of white sage. I also love to sage myself, starting at my toes, starting at my feet and just going up to my head. And then I'll go into my grounding and shielding. And then I'll usually go into a meditation. But today, after I did that, I came right on in here to you, angels. I've been waiting to come back. I have missed, interacting with you all. You truly helped me in so many ways with self-love, and you come through leaps and bounds. This group with y'all, amazing ladies here. You are amazing. Listen, Marcella, it makes me feel so, I don't know, so worth, it makes my self-worth, my self-esteem jump up when I see someone like you that I've spent absolutely years, at least a few years working with. And, I'm invested. I'm emotionally invested. I want to see you win. I want to see you thrive. I want to see you achieve. I want to see you, bring the things to fruition that you desire in your life. So it makes me happy. It's nothing but fulfilling to hear that I might have had an inkling of anything to do with that. So I love you so much, Marcella. And I'm very proud of you. I am really proud of you. You did that. You did that, honey. Busta Rhymes. Yes, ma'am. Can you believe I used to think he was so unattractive that he was attractive? I used to have a little bit of a crush on him when I was in high school. I've also got the dragon blood here. Woo! This isn't the best dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is not supposed to come off the color on your hand. This one seems like they just sprayed some of the dragon blood stuffy on top of a white sage smudge stick. But I'm not going to complain because white sage is white sage, even if it is dyed red. I am a white sage freak, but I'm into my sticks. I'm looking for something different. I want to try something different. I do have these. Oh, I'll show you guys something that I recently purchased. And I'm really enjoying these. I'm really enjoying using these. I've never seen them before. Some of you may have. I'll take one out and I'll show you the box. These are, of course, white sage cups. White sage smudge cups by Dupa. Oops, that fell out. I don't know if you can see that. And they're just little smudge cups. Oh, the center. There it is. It just fell out. Okay. So there's like white sage stuff in the center, and you just light any piece of this black part and set it down. You just light the tip of it and set it down. I'm not going to light one now because the doors are closed in here, and so the kids aren't making noise. and it really lights the place up. One of these cups is enough to sage your entire home. I had one, but I gave it away. It's like a little steel well with the wire, like the little ones you wave around your sage, your white sage chips and stuff like that. You burn in it. But I just gave one to my lovely friend Shawnee, so I've got to get another one. But I've been just burning this on incense holders, and it's awesome. You know, white sage, it doesn't burn for long. It goes out often. It goes out really quickly. It doesn't burn for long like other sage sticks. But these cups are awesome. Palo Santo, and I'm actually considering trying Palo Santo. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I've been drawn to that for a while, and I have been looking at them. I've seen one of your posts that you have like burned some stuff in a little dish, and I was thinking that was Palo Santo. I'd love to try it. I'd love to try it, and I'm very much so into seashells. You guys know that I live next to the beach. This one is colored, but I just got a whole nother batch of seashells when I was there the other day. Just regular schmegular old seashells, but I get really excited when I find big ones, and I get super duper excited. Hopefully our next show will be live from the Beach Angels. I get really excited when I find ones that aren't typical, like the clamshells. I want something different. So I get really excited, and I do, listen, that is grounding. It's relaxing, and it can be so meditative. Just walking on the beach, picking up seashells, zoning out to the waves, the birds calling. You can hear the waves. You can smell the ocean. You feel the sand. You're grounding, you're releasing and detoxifying yourself just by walking barefooted. It's so healing to connect with nature. I never thought there was any truth to that, but it's absolutely, positively 100% accurate. There's so much healing in nature. And also when you're doing spiritual work, when you're grounding, when you're shielding, when you're doing your meditations, and you take yourself outside to treat yourself to an outside meditation, you find a whole new world. So if anyone is watching and you are typically, meditating inside, that's where you've been doing it. A lot of us have to. And I've been trapped inside meditating for a long, long time now. But if you're fortunate enough to have some space outside where you can safely go out, close your eyes and release, relax, let go, and meditate and get to a great, deep, it's like I call it like a head rush. I get to this sweet spot where I just feel like my brain is totally resting. Nothing's going on. It's the best feeling ever. And if I can get about 20 minutes just on that level, I feel so refreshed. Like I had hours of a cat nap. Like I went and sat on someone's couch and had a therapeutic session. It helps me release. Your brain just stops. Your brain's constantly going, even when you're in your sleep state. But when you're meditating, you're just stopping, and it feels so good. It can really give you a high. And I remember when I first began meditating, I kind of got addicted to it. If I didn't get my hour in before 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I was really like, bitch, like not happy at all. So it's a great thing. I mean, they say it helps you crush it. Even if you're not going to meditate, grounding and shielding is paramount. It helps you, you're more mindful of your responses, your reactions. You're more relaxed. So you're more in connection with that little inner voice, that gut instinct, that inner knowing that we all carry, which is, I often wonder about that too. I get into different religions. I read a lot. I learn a lot. And, I entertain thoughts. And that's how I've come to so many truths, so many ways, so much that I've come to the feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but I get a lot when I work through feelings, and I have to translate that into words. So I wonder a lot about how this ties in. I take a little beauty from each thing that I study, but I don't even know what I was getting to, but it's just wonderful. It's wonderful when you look around. That's a thought that crossed my mind. When you look around and you talk to people who are different, that's the whole thing about speaking to people who have different opinions, backgrounds, beliefs. We're raised across the world, It's experience and knowledge that you can gain when you talk to someone who's much older and has more experience, or someone who is doing something completely different than you are, who is not cookie cutter same as everyone else around you. You take so much from them. You can learn so much by speaking to people who are so unlike you are. And that's my point. Just dawdling, and I'm not religious, but I guess spirituality is a religion. And I believe it was founded around in the 1840s, if I'm not mistaken. But dawdling, you find, you find more peace. You find beauty in each religion. You find something to tie them all in, mainly. But I'm always still left with a lot of questions, and I love to have these conversations. Not everyone can handle them. But my children's father is Muslim, so we have lots of conversations. He doesn't agree with what I do, and I certainly don't agree with, Islamic ways. But I don't down it. I don't disrespect it, but I do learn a lot. And I think it's, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you do it. As long as you become aware of your beauty, aware of you coming from the one, the source of all creation, as long as you're aware that we're all connected because we all come from that same source. And being aware of the energy that you put out, your thoughts, your words, your deeds, they carry energy. Never tried those sage cups. They are really cool and they're really strong, Sandy. They burn for maybe 40 to 50 minutes, close to an hour. These burn way more than a half an hour at least. Let me not exaggerate. Well beyond a half an hour, they burn straight through. There's no mess. The cup stays intact, so you don't have ashes scattering everywhere, and you just dump it. I mean, it burns really hot, but they're awesome and they are truly inexpensive. I got 6 for $5, and I'm a cheapie, and I'm like, 6 for $5, like they're almost $1 each because I'm so frugal. I won't buy anything for myself. But when it comes to spiritual items, I understand the value and the worth. And these are things that continue to give, like, when I buy a new deck of cards, it is a magnificent, wonderful investment. This is my work and I love to do this work. So investing in your work and things that make you happy, these are gifts that I buy for myself that will continue to give, and they last for so long. And you know what? We got to look at it like this. We're absolutely worth things that make us happy. Now we go on and we take care of our bills and we pay our mortgage and our rent. We keep up on our car note. We make sure our children are, looking good and in order. They have clothes and shoes. We make sure the house is clean and orderly. We do all these things, but do we take that time and energy for ourselves? Do we think that or feel that we are worthy of self-care? We are worthy of self-care. Listen, I got sprinkles. I'm awesome. And it took me a long, long time, several decades. I won't say how many, to realize that I was just an awesome, limitless, eternal being with sprinkles to be shared, not to look down in the street, not to hide from everyone, to spread my light. I now realize why I went through the lowest of lows and the highest of highs. All those times I had my heart crushed, all those times I was let down, all those times I was disappointed and physically or emotionally or mentally abused or hurt in life from whatever the situation was. Every single one of those bad times caused a crease, a crack, a tear, a rip, a gouge in my, it's called etheric vessel. And that is where my light shines from. So I want to be seen. I want to spread the love. I want to raise the vibes. I want to do the readings and the teachings and the healings. I love, love, love. And I wish that I could just do this all day. Just interact with you angels, just give you a little word about what's really going on here and about how you're really a rock star and you can just constantly make change, that you're not stuck in any situation. Whatever you're going through, whatever you have, yourself mentally feeling stuck in, you're in control. You're in charge. Maybe we'll do this show one day. It's a little embarrassing, but it's important that we understand how much our words and thoughts have an effect on our physical being. As in our health, we talk about holistic healing. We talk a lot about, telling your body, I love being healthy. I love having a healthy body. I love feeling healthy. These thoughts have an effect on our body. Our body is listening. So there's an activity that I like to do. I like to do it, and it's awful funny, but I'm going to share it with you. I'm not going to do it. You feel free to do it yourself and come back at any time and comment here to let me know how it went for you. But it's called finger growing, and you do it by yelling at your hand. Yes, I said it, finger growing. We all have wrist lines, right? So you're going to take and you're going to measure out your lip wrist lines. You're going to make them nice and even so you can see one straight line across. So now you can see how long your fingers are. Which fingers are longer? Which fingers are longer? You measure your fingers. You see which hand has the longer fingers. And then you take the hand that's longer and or the hand is shorter. And you can say, hey, grow longer. And you literally yell at your hand 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. I'm so serious, guys. Yell at your hand. Measure it first. Line up those wrist lines. Measure your fingers. See which hand has the longest fingers. Yell, grow longer, or yell, grow smaller. Whatever you choose. Yell it and mean it. And then reline those lines up. I know you guys think I'm crazy. It's all right. Reline those wrist lines up and remeasure. And see it don't do what it do. The point of that activity, and I really would like for as many of you who would like, just go ahead and try it. Nobody has to know. You ain't even got to tell me. But just for yourself and your own personal knowledge, your body actually listens to you. Stop these negative thoughts. Stop the negative thoughts about your health, about the way you look, about the way you feel. Redirect your thoughts. Try some mindfulness. Think higher vibing thoughts. I like being healthy. My body is doing better. My arthritis is feeling so much better today. The swelling is going down. You tell your body and it actually responds. So you have a certain amount of control over that as well. Our words and our thoughts are so powerful, and that is my point. And all that rambling about finger growing is that our words and our thoughts are so very powerful. They carry vibrations and energy. Hey, Jenny, welcome to Online Psychics Live. Thank you, Sandy. Love you too. Thanks for coming in. Have a great day. Jenny, we're doing 1997 for mini reads, which aren't really many, and we're just having some spiritual chat because we love you so much. We are hanging out and we are chitting and chatting about all things spiritual, about all things in life, you know? How are you doing? I love each and every one of you. I'm not able... You do have to love yourself. It all starts with loving yourself. I'm not able to see you, angels, unless you comment. It doesn't show me who's here. So when you comment, I'm able to see you. It is paramount that you love yourself. Everything starts with that. Until you have love for yourself, you're never going to be able to properly love anyone. I mean, I am a mother of 5 children. Some grown. I won't say how grown, because that would be just, you know, divulging my age. We're not going to do that. I did it already. I'm just joking. I think I look pretty damn good for 45. I got all these sprinkles. What was my point? You're not even, you know, as a mother, I wasn't able to fully and completely give my children all the love that they deserved until I learned to love myself. And I thought I was a pretty damn good mom, and I loved them. I would do anything. I would lay down my life for them. But it goes deeper. When you find love for yourself, you're better equipped, better able to love on others. Then you're coming in hot with those emotions, with that caring, with that love, with those vibes. Yes, that unconditional love. You're in spirit. You back, Marcella? What the now you have? Can I have some more words to explain what you mean, Jenny? What does that mean? I'm in spirit. Thank you, sis. It's important to have some self-care sometimes. Take some time, straighten out your hair, put on some Remy lashes, see what it won't do for a girl, Jenny. Self-care, exactly what we're talking about. When you're feeling better about yourself, when you are acknowledging your self-worth, then you'll put out those vibes and you'll draw in people, places, and situations that will as well. You'll draw in, because you're going to put out higher vibes when you're loving on yourself. You're vibrating at a higher frequency. So the folk that aren't vibrating close enough or near enough to your frequency, they're going to fall away. And a whole new set of people, places, and things will come to you. It's just the law of life. It's just the law of the land. Whatever you're putting out, you're going to draw in more of the like. And that's how it goes with our energy. That is why it is so important. Oh, you feel the Holy Spirit. So important. That's why it's so very, very important to keep your vibrations raised, to be mindful of the thoughts that fly through our heads just randomly. We don't even think about it. Thoughts just continuously fly on through our heads. We don't, you know. Oh, you guys are looking at my mess on my bed. What have we here? Let's see what Joy has on her bed today. Why not? We got Oreos. Oh, don't mind the roll of toilet paper. We got cards. But look, I'm so glad that I looked down and saw that, because there's something I want to show you guys. My daughter was out shopping and she found these, and I love these. I'll just put them on for you. I'll pretend like they're a necklace. I'll just wrap my lovely self up in them. So I don't have a Himalayan salt lamp. But I do have Himalayan salt lights on a string. This bitch is nuts. Absolutely. I want all the healing energy, all the high vibes around me as I possibly can muster, as I possibly can manage. But aren't these just adorable? Like in a little cluster on a table with your cards and stuff. Oh, I love them. I am going to get a lamp soon, a Himalayan salt lamp. I don't think that air is on. I wish it was. Maybe it just turned on. I think I just heard something. This is what I practice each day. Are you speaking about mindfulness? Absolutely. It is something to practice. It's something that you get better with over time. It just becomes it becomes like a reaction, a reflex. When you begin to practice mindfulness, you know, redirecting your thoughts. When you begin to think a low vibing thought, start thinking about what you want it to be, not how bad it really is. You know, see every detail, put that out there to the universe, because it truly does respond. And if you want to put a little, you know, decorations on it, you can always allow the emotions to rise up that match that happening. As in, say you're trying to manifest winning the lottery. If you had won the lottery, how would you feel? You would go nuts, right? So go ahead and sound crazy like I sound to my family right now. They're like, what is she in there doing? And allow those energies, those emotions to rise up. Be happy, be grateful, and just let it out. Send it out to the universe. Hold those emotions for as long as you possibly can. Hold them for 60 seconds. Hold them for 2 minutes. However long you can hold that happiness. or simply look around at something that gives you joy, something that you're so happy about, something that you're so grateful, something that you love so much and you're so appreciative you couldn't imagine not having this person or thing. And focus on that and allow a love space to create. I use my daughters. I use one of my children. I usually use Joy. I think about, and it's a cheat, but it works. I think about how much I love her. She makes me so happy. I'm so grateful, and I let those emotions flood. And I just keep it up. I keep it rocking. I just keep sending out those emotions of gratitude, because when you're sending out emotions of gratitude and you feel so blessed and you feel so rich, you feel so abundance, the universe is going to say, well, Joy thinks she is. Well, let me make it so. And that's what you're going to draw to yourself. You begin to notice subtle changes and not so subtle after a while. You know, first subtle changes you can manifest. Absolutely. Being of light is true, you know, but also there is duality. We are light and we are dark. It has to be that way. There's no other way to learn. You know, we're light when we're in spirit, but there's no room for learning. There's no space for it. We're perfect. Right? We're as perfect as we're going to get. The situation around us is perfect. We're in euphoria. We're happy. Constantly just happy. We have whatever we want. There's nothing to need for. There's nothing. So we come here to learn. You got to have duality. There's no duality there. Everything is right there and perfect. So you got to have duality to learn. You got to have down to understand up. You got to have left for right and light for dark. There's duality in each and every being, each and every person. It's the way that we create it. I could be a really rotten, shitty person, or I could be like all happy and love and light, which is what I choose. It's all about choices. And that's why we have free will. You know, you got to have choices. If you have no choices, you won't learn anything. You're just going through the motions. You say it's black or white with you. Your daughter saves you every day. I really get that. When I was 20 years old, I found out that I was pregnant with my first child. And I was totally depressed. Before I found out I was with child, I was totally depressed. I didn't know I was depressed. I didn't understand. I just knew that I felt like I didn't belong here. I wasn't good enough. I felt like the world would be so much better without me. I found a million reasons. Why are we better if I didn't exist? I had my suicide planned out. I had everything ready. I was taking myself out on a Friday. It was Wednesday, and I found out I was pregnant. It was a total shock. I never saw that coming. And the moment I found out that I was with child, that I was responsible for another individual, those thoughts of suicide, they went totally out of my mind. All my plans changed. From that moment on, my life changed for the better. I was needed. I'm an empath. I'm a caregiver. I'm a servant. I was then needed. Someone else depended on me. Someone needed me. So my health affected his health. So he truly, you know, divine timing, divine planning, divine intervention, all that good shit. Now, there have been moments in my life where I did attempt suicide. I did make attempts. I did try to indeed take myself out. However, I never succeeded, which always baffled me, always boggled me. Like, what the heck? Why am I still waking up? That's just totally ridiculous. This has happened at least 2 times, perhaps 3, but at least 2 times. Now, looking back, when we do our life reviews, when we look back on our experiences and the things we went through in our life, we begin to understand. Now I understand why I had this tremendous need and urge to feel needed, because I'm a servant. Why I never was successful in taking myself out, because I got shit to do, because I have people to help. I have things to do. So yeah. Divine intervention for sure. I don't have all these 50 shades of gray in between. God stepped in your life. Absolutely. This crazy you and I have the same outlook. Yep, my children absolutely saved my life. I absolutely believe that. And I believe that it was not in Source's plan for me to be done. I believe that we sign a chart before we come. You know, this is your exit point, and this is your entry point, and this is your exit point. And between the entry point and the exit point are just lessons, more opportunities to learn, more opportunities to have experiences that we cannot have in spirit, more opportunities to fail and succeed, to stumble, to fall down 7 times and get up 8, because we're awesome rock stars. You have got to remember all the shit you've gone through in your life, all the struggles you've made it through, all the long journeys that you actually made it through to the other side. You know, you broke through. Some things we just barreled right at. Sometimes we were afraid of things and we just faced them head on. Sometimes we had to learn the same lesson over and over again, attracting and drawn in the same types of individuals, the same situations, going through the same shit over and over again. When that happens, when you begin to notice, hey, I'm drawing in the same type of intimate partner over and over again, and I'm not happy, it's a bad thing. I'm drawing in the same situations as far as my friends go, the same drama over and over again. You need to stop and look at that. That means you're not learning a lesson. There's a lesson there to be learned. There's something to take from these situations and these relationships to help you learn so you can do better next time, so you can have a healthy relationship. We have downloads to bust through. Every one of us. No one is exempt. I'm still working through downloads from when I was a child. These things that we believe, subconsciously about ourselves without realizing it. And they come from being told something repetitively. They come from, happenings, things that happened to us, or situations, the way that we lived, or what we were taught. But that doesn't mean it's true, and that doesn't mean it has to be true, and that doesn't mean it has to stay in place. We can burst through these things. We are actually amazing. We are limitless. We are eternal, and we are stronger than we give ourselves credit for. We actually have everything we already need inside to deal with anything that comes along in our life. We're built for every situation, because let me tell you something. Nothing you come up against in this life is ever going to be bigger than you are. Nothing you come up against, no situation, no circumstances you can't control, anything you come up against in this life is not going to be bigger than you. You're bigger than all of it. It's never going to be bigger than you. It's never going to be something you can't handle. No burden you can't bear. I'm just saying. We got a PM about some things, Jenny. You have to be broken and piece yourself back together and know what it took to rebuild your life and mindset. This is absolutely the truth. Because, when you do that, not only do you level up, not only do you improve your life, not only do you get closer to what you came here to be and do and who you came here to be and do, then you begin to have an effect on those around you who may need that advice, may need that guidance, may need your story, may need to see that you made it through. May need your, whatever it might be. You shine. All those cracks and all those dents, the light shines through those. All those times you stumbled and got hurt, the light shines through those cracks. That's why I shine so bright, because let me tell you something. I had a hard head and a soft ass, and a soft ass that's actually flat is hard. It's worse. Just to have a hard head and a soft ass is really bad. But to have a hard head and a soft flat ass is even worse. I'm just saying. I couldn't be told anything. You couldn't tell me anything. I had to have the experience for my damn self. I had to find out myself. And there are some stubborn individuals who are like this in life. I happen to be one of them. The reason why, now that I understand, is because my soul craved and desired the experience. My soul craves and desires to have those experiences. It desires to explore. It desires to have, try something new. Let's try this. Let's jump here. That is my desire. I don't want to stay small anymore. I want to get big. I don't, we go through changes and stages. We evolve, and everything is for a reason. It's all to get you where you're at. What you're going through right now, there's underlying order. There's always underlying order, but it is up to you which way you draw it in. You're going to be low vibing and be miserable and unappreciative for what you have and always, pessimistic. Or you're going to look at the positive things. When the milk spills, are you going to think about, ooh, do I want some apple fabuloso? Do I want some lemon Mr. Clean? Do I want to use bleach and bang the house out? I don't know. You're going to be happy about how the table's going to be more clean than before you spilled the milk? Or are you going to really cry over the spilled milk until it becomes a stench, rotting, curdled smell? I'm just saying. The way I explain things may sound silly, but it's true. It doesn't help anything when you focus on the negative or the bad. It helps to find a solution. Instead of focusing on the bad shit that happens, let's focus on how we make it better. Mindfulness, mindful thinking. Me too, but it makes you feel grateful that you're aware of what we are. Yes, girl, just read my mind. Okay. That's me, stubborn as hell. You know what, Marcella? I cannot say nothing because I have been known to be the most stubborn individual. You got a soft white ass, but is it flat too, Jenny? Is it flat too? We all have underlying issues. That's what we're here for. We're here to have issues. Nobody came here for perfection. There's enough happiness and abundance and prosperity for all of us. If we could drop these lines, erase those lines of separatism, Is that a word? Did I make that up? It sounded really good, right? Separatism. If we can stop segregating, if we cannot give a shit what color Joy's skin is, what color Marcella's skin is, what color, who cares? Who cares? This is just our avatars. We can decorate them however we want. It's not the important things. We don't care about these bodies when we cross over. We don't care about these bodies while we're transitioning. They just here to get us through our school. We're here to learn. It's all about learning. It's all about learning. I learned so much from you. You got back. Oh my goodness, Jenny, I'm so envious. Now I'm gonna have to get me a butt. I've been talking about it. I have been talking about taking some fluff from areas I don't want the fluff and putting them in the other area. But that's not the lie for this, but I'm just saying I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that. Well, as a Capricorn, I am definitely a pessimist. No, Marcella, don't do it, baby girl. Don't do it, Marcella. Be an optimistic person. Be so optimistic, people can't stand you. Be so happy and chippy and cheerer to when you walk in the room, you shift the energy of the whole damn room before they even looked at you. Do that. Try something new. You don't have to claim that trait as a Gemini. Girl, hair toss. I'm just saying, you don't have to claim that trait as a Gemini. You can choose to wake up in the morning like I do. I choose in the morning when I wake up. I'll be like, good morning. Good morning. It's a wonderful day. I'm happy and shit. I'm bubbly. I'm cheery. It's a choice that I'm making. I choose to be optimistic and positive. I choose to send so much love and light to you, angels. I choose to serve. It makes me feel good. I don't know what I would be doing. I don't know what I was doing before I was doing this, but I was wasting time. I wasn't wasting time. I was getting prepared. Another little word I like to make up, preference. It sounds good. Look, that word needs to be inducted into the damn dictionary. Preference. I was making preference. I was preparing for now, for this moment in my life. I was preparing. And it's no sense on looking back at what you did before anyway, angels, because you can't go back there. That's where the depression sneaks in. Worried about the past, what you can't change, shoulda, coulda, woulda, oh, boo-hoo, and all that stuff. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not coming. I'm telling you that I relate from a personal, like I suffer depression. I suffer anxiety. And the first step of getting beyond that is acknowledging it's socially acceptable madness to be anxious or depressed, self-included, to be so distraught over something you can't return to. You can't get to the past. You can't go back and relive those moments. You cannot undo it. You can't unhear it, say it, or do it. In the future, let's talk about that shit. You can't reach it. You can't get there. It's all the way up there. You can't reach the future, so why be so anxious and upset and nervous about some shit that ain't even here? You can't even see the shit, for goodness sakes. Right here. Being mindful at this moment, at this time, is where you hold your power. Mindfulness. This is the only moment you control. This is the only moment you can say, hey, this is how I'm going to react. This is how I'm going to respond. This is what I'm going to say. This is the role I'm going to play. You control right now. So focus on right now. Your attention needs to be on right now. Right now deserves all of your energy, all of your focus, all of your attention, one moment at a time. Now chuck that other moment, because now we're at this moment, just right here. Not up front, not in the back. Just right here. That is the art of mindfulness. What am I thinking? What am I speaking about? What am I doing? Marcella Morgan was blocked? Oh no, what happened, Kat? How did Marcella get blocked? What happened?
I'll fix it.
Oh my goodness. It was an accident, Marcella.
Have you got her private message up?
Yeah, I just can't get to it now. I can't get to it on the show.
Can you tell her after the show?
I'll fix it. It was an accident. Because we love Marcella. And look at you in your blue with your pink. I like the colors. They're so far from each other. It just totally draws my hair right on my eyes right to your hair. You know I love the hair. I love that color. It's my color.
Thank you. Look, yours looks awesome.
Thank you. Do you mind if I pull a group card, Kat? We're getting towards the end of the show. And my cards are feeling neglected. Don't be shy to click that link for a mini reading. But I'm going to pull a group card. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Jenny, and hello to everyone else. Yes, thank you for watching.
Awesome.
And I'll leave you to it.
Thank you. Because we love group cards. You're petite and curvy and love it. Awesome. I am far from petite. I am a fluffy girl. And I'm curvy up top, but not down the bottom. It's okay, though. It's okay. Because I have enough sprinkles to make up for it. When everything began to sag and all the wrinkles and stretch marks started, it's okay. That's when my sprinkles kick into effect. That's why it took me this long to acquire this many sprinkles. Because I was going to need them. You know, those looks don't last forever. So we spent our time gathering wisdom, knowledge, and sprinkles. I am a trip. I'm having trouble deciding which deck I want to pull. Can we have a group card, please? Could we have a group card? I think I'm going to go from the tarot deck today. Group card, please. Thank you so much. And I hope that someone can take something. Take what you can and leave the rest. Okay. So this is the Rider-Waite deck. Oops. Rider-Waite deck. And I pulled the 9 of Swords. Someone is worried. You got a worry on your mind. You have something that is causing inner turmoil, and you are constantly focusing on this. You can't escape it. It's constantly on your mind. You're constantly, this is an over worry ward. And you literally think about this first, last thing at night when you're falling asleep. You fall asleep thinking about it. We all lay in bed and we think about our day, what we have planned to do, what's going on in our lives. And this is something that is not going, this is like a self-imposed prison kind of thing. We're talking about mindfulness during this entire live. This is all about being mindful of what you're allowing to occupy your mind, what you're allowing to occupy your space of your mind, what you're focusing your energy on. Now, the issue that's going on is causing you this worry. You could better assist in turning this situation around or being more of a solution by not focusing on the negativity of it, by focusing on the answer you want to see. How would you change the situation? What would you have to happen? What are the changes you would have happen? And moving forward, how would you have it to be? This is what you need to be focusing your energy on. Not the things you can't change, not the bad shit that happened, not sitting up worrying, because that's not helping. That's not going to change anything. Use your power of manifestation. Use the art of mindfulness. Redirect your thoughts. It's really hard. This is something that's on your mind constantly. You're constantly worried about it. You fall asleep worrying about it. You wake up worrying about it. It's taking up way too much of your energy. Let's do an Earth Magic card. Whoever that, if anyone can take that, whoever you are, just remember, our words and our thoughts are very powerful. Change your thoughts. Change your perspective. Look at things differently. There's always another angle that looks better. Raise your vibrations about the situation. Can we have another card for the group, please? Because this is totally affecting you. This is totally affecting you. It's having an effect on your day from A to Z. It is affecting your entire day. Your whole, it's just like the feeling is, it's controlling your whole day, revolves around this worry, this thing, this situation. And you're not grounded because you're steady focusing your energy. This is the Earth Magic deck. You're steady focusing your energy where it doesn't deserve to be spent. It's no sense in spending the energy there. Spend the energy more wisely. Ground yourself. Center yourself. Get your shit together. Do the grounding visualization where you visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet down into the earth, wrapping around anything they can wrap around, anchoring themselves to the earth, straight to the core of the earth, where there's a massive energy center. When your roots wrap around the core of the earth, that energy travels, it's love and light. It's source, God's love and light. It travels up those roots through your feet, through your chakra system, out of your crown chakra, and it envelops you in what we call a shield. So you're grounded and you're shielded. You're better able to hear, to feel your inner guidance, your gut instinct. You're better able to vibe higher and release the negative energies, because this thing you're worried about, the worrying is not going to fix it. The worrying is not going to make it better. And actually, it's going to have a physical effect on you if you continue. So you want to be more grounded. You want to give your time to not worry about that shit. Give yourself a time to fantasize about what you want to see happen. Because that's the power, our manifestation, our imagination, our fantasizing, just to think those thoughts. We hold power. It carries energy. I hope that makes sense to someone, and I hope it helps a little bit, because it's never good to hold on to things, worrying about things, negative energy, anger, not forgiving people, disgust. It doesn't help us. It really doesn't. It doesn't help the situation. It helps you to grow when you're able to forgive, when you're able to release, and especially when we're able to forgive ourselves. We're more hard on ourselves than we are on anybody. And that is the truth. We can be our own worst critics. So this is the last call, final call. It's not even enough time, but I would say if anyone wanted to purchase themselves a mini read, it's not many. You get about 3 or 4 cards. $19.97 is a great deal going on now, guys. Now, I don't know how long this sale is going to be going on, but I do wish more of you would take advantage of it while it's happening, because eventually the prices may go back to normal. Now, they were $35, and now they're all the way down to $19.97, which was a great year. I'm just saying, if any of you angels have not done so already, please do go and subscribe to the website, Online Psychics Live. There's a plethora of readers you can choose from. You can book in a time and a date to be read. You can do the typing. You can do the voice chat, like on the phone, or you can do face-to-face like this, which is my favorite thing to do, the live video chats. It's such a better connection. Please do follow. If you would like to follow, you can be notified of when I'll be going live with my shows. We have so many great readers. We have so many great shows all the time. Every day there's shows going on. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for chatting. I love you so much. Now, you angels need to take your butt somewhere and ground and shield yourself. Go walk somewhere barefooted. Thank you for being with me, and I love you so much. Namaste.
Thank you for your show, Joy.
Thank you.
And I will see you soon, and we'll see everyone else. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.